So, hi, first of all, hearty congratulations to you for graduating from a prestigious institute like IITM.
Thank
And
you.
okay, yeah, and thank you so much for giving your valuable time, though it is night. Okay,
That's fine.
okay. Let us start with some introduction. Okay, I'll start. Myself, I'm Prashant. I'm from Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh, from Civil Engineering Department, batch of 2020. A freshie, yet studying a sophomore year. That's way bad. Okay. So yeah, your introduction, please.
Myself, Yukti. Graduating this year. I was a dual degree student, joined in 2016, and yeah, starting my job next week, and excited about that.
Yeah, congratulations for your job actually.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so yeah, let's start our interview with a basic formal question. Okay, how was IITM?
Oof. Uh, I think there are a lot of words, which can be used for this, but I'll use wonderful and amazing. I mean, all the words which are synonyms of these are
Yeah. Mm.
can be used to describe the journey that we all have been through at IITM. Of course, except the last year because that was at home. But still, even at home, uh, you know, even in these difficult times, I think the institute was helping us out with whatever in all the possible ways, and that was also great. So overall, the journey has been amazing.
Good, good. Yeah. So, how? Sorry, you're not audible.
I was saying there are a lot of things which come to your mind, but you just can't express because you don't have words to express.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I also will have those moments.
Hope
One
we
year.
hope that you also get a
Yeah,
chance to
you
visit the
go.
institute.
Yeah. Okay. Moving to the next question. How did you meet your gang? You'll have a gang, right? So, how did you meet your gang? What are the first moments?
How? So I can tell one of the first moments. So my, the group with whom I have stayed throughout my campus journey, we were scattered, sort of. One of my friends is in civil, one of them is from aerospace. There are a few friends from NAVAC, mechanical, BT. So it's all, it's a big group. Um, I can tell one of the instances. So we have ED. There's a course called Engineering Drawing in
Mm,
first
yeah.
year. I'm not sure if you guys had it. It's a lab sort of thing. So uh,
Yeah.
we had to draw. There are two parts to it. One part is you have to draw on the sheet. The other part is you have to do it on the computer. So the part which we have to draw on the sheet and all, so we used to do it in the room, and we used to sit together and do, because it was a difficult course for us. It was, and the professors were very strict. They were like, even this much, if it is wrong, they'll cut marks for that. So we used to do it together so that we can check, okay, if we are doing it correct or not. So I met one of my friends during those times. So it was mid sem. She came to my room and we were all studying, and then she slept. She slept in my room for a very long time. And I mean, that's how we started conversing, and we eventually became friends. And
Mm,
from that time onwards, we are still like very close. We stayed as roommates in coming years in my second and third year. And then we obviously got single rooms. So we became from roommates to wing, so from friends to roommates to wingies. That's
yeah.
how went.
Mm, yeah.
That was one
That's
of the.
super
There
cool.
are many more. I have a few friends. I mean, who are from Patiala, and we went there together. So my first
Mm.
semester was with them. So there's no story as to how we met. We were already
Yeah.
together for itself. But yeah, well, there are many more stories like that. This was one of them, that how we met.
Okay. 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 Discussing about the gang. What's the craziest thing that you did as a group or gang? What's the most craziest thing? when you think of that?
Uh, my group members would have done a lot of crazy things, but I don't think I was a part of any of the crazy stuff. I've always been the kind of person who used to be like, no, don't do this. This is not good. Don't do that. I will not be a part of that. I was the kind of person who would be like, okay, 8 a.m. class, wake up at 6 or wake up at 7
Oh
at
God.
least, get
Oh
ready,
God.
have breakfast, go to the class. I was that sort of a person.
Yes.
I think it was very rare that I was part of any of the crazy stuff. Um, let me let me think of it. Maybe something will come to my mind.
Okay, so you're a super academic person. Only academic
I won't say
sports.
super
Academic
academic.
sports.
No, I won't say that. I used to have fun, but there was nothing, very crazy. We just used to hang out or go for a walk, go for walks at say 12 at night or
Hmm.
maybe 1. We used to
Hmm.
put night outs. We used to plan birthdays together. Uh, I'm not sure if that counts in crazy, but if that counts in crazy, yes, those were some of the crazy stuff that I did. That was crazy,
Okay. Yeah,
I can say.
I think that's super normal. Okay. Okay, crazy
Can
in
it
your
count as
view.
crazy? I don't know. Yeah, crazy for me, that's fine.
Yeah, from your perspective. Cool. Uh, so, why you into like? Did you, as a group, went into some like, tourist places, or did you visit any tourist places?
Yes, I have done 2 trips outside Chennai. One trip outside Chennai and one trip was
Hmm.
like Mahabalipuram, if you know
Hmm.
that place,
Yeah.
Maharashtra or something. So one trip to Mahabalipuram, one trip to Tada, and then one trip to Kerala. That's all. I've never been to Pondi. That's a shock for me as well. I've stayed in Chennai, I've stayed in Insti for like 4 years, and I've never been to Pondi. That's a regret as well because
Oh.
I should have gone to I should have been to Pondi at least once, and I have not
Okay.
experienced that yet. Hopefully, I'll get the chance, but not as a student anymore.
Like as a fresher, I asked my seniors like, did you go to any trips? And most of the seniors answered Pondi, Pondi, Pondi. And it was quite
I know
surprising that you
Pondi
didn't
is
go
the
to Pondi.
so Pondi is the first spot, where all of us go. So in my
Hmm.
first and second year, I wasn't a very social person, and I was like, okay, classes, sports, NSO, whatever, room, mess. That's it. So after my second year got over, I got into third year, and then I made a lot of more friends. Slowly opened up, and then I was like, okay, let's explore. And that's when we went to Tada and this Kerala trip, which came up. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, superb. So, this is a different question, I guess. When was the last time you cried?
Um,
You can say
probably
the reason, or you need not to.
probably a few months back. I mean,
Hmm?
so not months. Okay, I cried. I remember the date also, 18th July, uh,
Oh.
17th July or 18th July. This recent. I went to Chennai. I went to INSTI to get my stuff. I visited campus. That was my last visit to campus as a student. So when I was coming back, I obviously cried a lot because I was gonna miss it. So yeah, I spent probably a few hours crying in my room. It was sad, of
Oh.
course. When I went, when I, so on 15th July, I was
Hmm.
to I just took my flight from here. 16th, I went to my room hostel. I opened my room. Three of my roommates also came. We were discussing. Okay, it feels like it felt like we should just set up our room again. We should put the bed sheet. We should put the curtains. We should put all the stickers that we had in our room and everything there, and then we should stay there for like a few more days or maybe weeks or months. It was that kind of feeling, but we know that we had to pack everything and we had to come back. So, and that was something, it was a mixed feeling, a happy feeling that we are visiting campus, but sad because it was the last visit as a student. So that was the last time I cried.
That's way emotional. Though I don't know the feeling, but I'm crying right now about that.
It's okay.
Okay,
Because
okay, okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So, so you being an IITian, you must have handled so many situations, pressure situations. Like, how did you handle that stress and pressure in institute?
um, one way for me, so initially it was difficult. Like first year, it was difficult because first year you're new, you don't have many friends, you're still interacting, you're still exploring, you're still trying to fit into the new environment that has come up. But later on, you like eventually you find your go-to activity or the kind of activity which you know helps you relieve the stress. So for me, that was either a walk with any of your friends or maybe alone, depends on the mood, or a run. My favorite uh, track, when I used to go for a lot of runs. Um, I so when I was going, when you have institute practice, then obviously you'll go to a stadium and do. But when I was like, okay, I don't want to go to the stadium and all. So my favorite track used to be from GC to main gate and back to GC. So going one round was like more than enough to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, cleanse everything, and then come back fresh and start whatever you want to do. So that was like a stress buster me, major stress buster. Otherwise, if it's very late at night, say 12, after midnight or something, then probably a walk with any of your friends, helped a lot.
Yeah, cool. That's very suggestible for
Do,
everyone.
do, do, do you know what do I mean by GC?
Yeah, fortunately, I know Gajendra said it right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do this.
Yeah, yeah, it hits me hard. I didn't see my instinct. Okay.
Probably you'll be allowed from next year. Like they are calling final year students right now. Final year
Hmm,
students are there. No? So
yeah,
probably for your next semester, maybe you guys will be also, you'll be
let's
able to
hope.
visit camp.
Let's hope. Yeah. Okay. Describe like how you manage your time in class where you had multiple projects. As you're a sport person, like you'll
Hmm.
have your sports one side and your deadlines for assignments one side. So how you manage it for this?
Okay, I think this is very common that people think, okay, if you are doing sports, it becomes slightly difficult to manage academics, but it is not the case. Um,
Hmm,
Whenever I meet juniors, I generally tell them, okay, this has been a lot of like I've explained this many times actually to a lot of
okay.
juniors that it's not the case. Sports actually help you organize and plan your academics. So when generally in all the if you talk to any of the sports person in insti who are a part of institute teams or who are a part of NSO or any other sporting thing in campus, um, they have fixed practice timings. Okay, so
Hmm,
that once you get that into your head, you know your brain automatically starts processing, okay, this time is for practice, so I have to plan all the other things in the available time apart from the practice time. So that helps you plan and focus. And it so happened that after I became regular in sports, my academics improved a lot, like a lot.
wow,
um,
wow. You're the
in
first
fact,
person I've ever heard about that.
I don't think so. You will hear this from a lot of students at campus.
Maybe I
Like
will in
sports has
future.
helped a lot. Yeah, like the more you interact with people, the more you get to know, right? So it works that way. Um, so that's the point basically. Sports helps you improve academics, and it is not that it's difficult to manage and all. uh, so once you get into sports, you can plan. So because in the evenings I used to have practice, I used to make sure that I at least start my assignments in the afternoon, or as soon as I get the deadline. I will not wait for the last day. I'll start it way before, so that I can finish it before time and submit it, and then I'll be chilling on the last day. Okay, my assignment is done. I'm chilling now.
Yeah,
That
many
is my.
people have to take you as a role model.
I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own strategy. This is my strategy, so
They'll
that
have.
I don't stress out at the last moment.
Well, that's super cool. Like not only sports, but how did you manage your acads? We discussed about sports, but how did you manage the acads and the
PORs.
deadlines? PORs, yeah.
Um, I mean, it's manageable. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, sometimes it's like that. Okay,
Okay.
you have to finish it. So sometimes it's like you forget, and then at the very last moment there are a lot of things which you have to do all together. At that time, friends are the ones who help you. So then comes the time when go for group assignments. Okay, there are 10 questions. They'll do 5. Then we'll discuss, then we'll share, and then we'll
Quite
submit.
relatable.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone can relate.
that's the most common strategy. So
Yeah.
that helps a lot. I mean, it's a win-win situation for all.
Yeah.
Some part you can do some parts that so there are 5 people. We divide, we work, and we share, and we do all sorts of things. And
Divide and
yeah,
conquer. Divide and conquer. Yeah. Okay. So this is a different question. Okay. What's the best lyrics you can relate yourself to the current situation you're in? You can
lyrics.
have your time. You can say anything.
Hmm. Mm,
Any song, English, Hindi.
I am not very much into songs. I mean, it's been a long time I've heard a lot of songs. The most recent song that I have listened to is Alone Part 2 of
Oh,
Alan Walker.
um,
Now, so I think, and it fits well that, we are not going to make it alone in the current situation. We need a lot of friends right now to talk to, even in this virtual situation. We need to keep interacting with people so that we can keep up the pace, or we can keep up with all the emotions that all the stress, everything which is going on in our head in these times. We cannot go out. So Chennai trip in last month in July was like my first trip after I came back from Chennai. I came back
oh,
from Chennai in March 2020. I came back home,
yeah, yeah.
and then this Chennai trip was my first trip after like 1.5 years. This was the first time I was getting out of my house, boarding a flight, going to another state, staying there for like 2-3 days, and then coming back. So I think it has like through this time, it's just the virtual meetings that we used to have with our friends and all that. That has been something which has kept us going. And yeah, so that's why the lyrics that we cannot make it alone. I'm not gonna make it alone.
Oof,
Some
that's an
lines.
emotional answer. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Describe yourself in 3 words. Only 3.
See,
Yeah.
describe my. Okay. Hmm. 3 words. First word I would say punctual. I've been punctual a lot.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
okay. Um, I'm not getting the word. Maybe I can explain what I want to say.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I try
Okay,
to.
let's make it 3 sentences then.
Okay. So
Okay,
first one was that always try to be
punctual.
punctual as much as I can before time and all that stuff. Secondly, I think I try to micromanage and control a lot of things. I've heard this from a lot of people. So um, I have served as the core and secretary in CA, and I've been the captain for the athletics team as well for 2 years. So the most common, comment that I used to get was that I try to manage each and everything, like small things also, which I don't know if it is good or bad, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
do that a
great.
lot.
That's great.
I'm not sure. Like I should also let other people take control and try to bring in their creativity and all that. But I think, yeah, I think I should discuss more. But I try to control. That's one another trait that I have. That was second. So I have to
Mhm.
think about the third one also. Okay, I'll take 2 minutes to think.
You have 2 hours.
Oh, okay, that's
You can have any. If you have time, I have my time. If you are free, I'm
yeah.
free.
This time is free only. Like I don't have any work at this.
Okay.
Point. Third one. What can it be? Hmm. Um, I don't know. I feel like I should look at my RG form to look for some words for myself.
Okay, let's cut this question now. Okay.
I think two traits
Or
are enough now. You can think of
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. That's more than enough.
yeah.
Yeah. So now, if you can think, describe CA in 3 words. If you can think.
CA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 3 sentences.
Let me think some good words. CA journey was wonderful. I mean, I loved, you know, everything about CA. Even if it was like the bad part, the good part, everything was when you know you're responsible for that, you will love it anyways. So that's thing will be first word will be fun. It was crazy, let me tell you. I mean, the fest at least was crazy. I loved it. Um, Second thing I would say creative. There were some parts of which were really creative. Um, I'll put one story after I finish the third word. So fun, creative. Um, then I would say third one. Third will be a sentence. I would say that you get to interact. The support that you get from the professors was great. So I think I loved that part also. The professors have always been very much interested and supportive in all the CA work. We got to learn a lot of things from them. So it was a great learning experience also. So those were the three my three comments about CA. It was super fun. It was creative, and we got to learn a lot from their professors. So I'll tell the story also about creative.
Yeah.
Um, when when I was when like in my term as secretary, there were 4 secretaries, 2 UG and 2 PG. Okay. We decided we need to do something different. So the theme was digital world in our year, and we wanted to somehow relate that to civil engineering. So the PG students came up with this, VR set thing. Um, so we had 2 or 3 VR sets, and we made an app in which, when you connect that VR set to phone, through that VR set, you could stand in one place and you could travel through BSB. So that app was made in such a way that you could visualize, an empty building, before it is actually built. So it was like we wanted to showcase that using this technology, um, you can, you know, so there's a ground, there's like completely empty ground, and there's some construction which will be happening in coming years, but you want to see how that will look before it is actually built. So that VR set was for that purpose, that you can visualize how a building will be looking in future. So we wanted to do that, and we showcased that in our fest, and it was loved by a lot of students who came to fest from other colleges. So I think that was a hit. That was the creative part. And that app was actually built by the PG students, and the VR set also was brought in by the PG students. So that was all done by students, and there was no company or something involved. And that was, I think, it was super fun. I mean, the reactions that you see, after people see that
The success.
starting, and then they say, okay, this was fun and we enjoyed it a lot. That's when get it. Okay, we were successful
Yeah,
in what we wanted to do. That feeling was wonderful. At that time, it was amazing. It was super fun.
that's so great. That's so informative also. Like it will also motivate our batch, like our juniors or seniors as well. That will also
To
motivate
be
us.
part of. Yes,
Yeah,
we yeah, it was for that purpose also, that we wanted to make it more interesting. We wanted to show that, okay, you can do creative things in civil engineering also. That was
yeah,
something.
yeah. That's super great. So I think this is the question you love the most.
Okay.
What I'm asking. Okay, the question is, what's the question you really don't want to be asked?
It's the question that I really don't want to be answered.
Yeah, you have your choice. Any question that you don't want to be asked.
Um, do you have any options so that I can choose
There
and
are
I
no
can decide, okay,
options.
you should not ask, so that I can choose and decide, okay, I don't want to answer this question.
You have infinite options in your brain.
Um, I think
Or any
any
genre in
personal
which
questions,
you.
any personal question, I think I won't be answering. But other than that, related to insti and the
Hmm.
places, the friends, professors, I think that I can answer. But anything personal, I think I won't be able to answer.
Obviously, we won't ask any person. This is all about IITM, see virtual
Then it's
farewell.
okay.
Yeah, is
Then
it? Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Then here's your question. Which one is easier, getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend in insti, or getting 9 plus CGPA?
Oh, I
Uh,
would say getting 9 plus CG is easier.
ah, oh,
Yeah,
is it easier?
I think that is much more easier as compared to getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Seriously.
Okay.
Why do you think it is not? Or what is your opinion about that?
I am not an acad person. I won't answer that.
No, but still,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's a peak like 9 plus CGPAs. Wow, he's the god. If you get a 9 plus CGPA, we see them as a god. Yeah, exactly.
mm,
Okay.
okay, let it be. But I would say getting a 9 plus CG is like easier as compared to getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
I agree. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Not that I agree. Okay, then if you get an invisible cloak, what will you do with that? Where will you go or what will you do?
Invisible
Invisible.
cloak. I would like to visit the NSS Tower in Institute, and I would like to go to um, the NAC building, the new academic complex, and basically all the restricted locations inside campus which I have not already visited. I've been to Aeroville. That's it. I want to go to NSS Tower. I want to go to like I've been to NAC building also, but I was caught with the group itself. So I want to like I would love to go there again. And if I have the invisibility cloak, I would obviously be not. I'll not be caught. So that is a good situation.
Okay, basically you want to go to insti again.
Again, definitely, for sure.
So okay.
There are a lot
Then
of cloak actually, Okay, let's not go there. We'll move on to the next question.
yeah, you can answer. We need the crazy answers. You can answer.
Um, I don't know. You can maybe uh, do something in the labs, or you can do some crazy experiments. You can go to professors' rooms, and like you won't be caught. You can do a lot of crazy shit there.
Okay. Okay.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. This is gonna be posted. I think we should not uh, discuss about all these things.
Yeah, we can discuss. Okay, I'll ask them to edit. You can say me. You can say to me. I'll ask them to edit. Obviously.
If that's a promise, then probably we can.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that's my promise. You can discuss
Then, if
that.
you have an invisibility cloak, you can go to the professor's room. You can check the question papers. You can check the answer sheets. You can
Ooh.
check a lot of stuff.
Ooh. Okay. This will not be edited. Okay.
This is cheating now. This is cheating.
No, this is not cheating. Okay.
Fine.
So yeah.
Okay, this should not be done, but this is just an idea. This is a crazy idea. It should not be implemented. But it can't be implemented because we don't have an invisibility cloak. So, anyways, chill. Let's move on.
Okay. Dream surprises. Okay. Then here's another question. Pick one.
Okay.
Being single or having a good-looking boyfriend.
Only good-looking boyfriend. That's it. There are a lot of more things that you need to look at, right? So not just good-looking.
Yeah. So
I think both the options are like equal. It depends on. I don't know what it depends on.
as if like, will you give an relationship advice now?
I don't think I'm the right person to give a relationship advice. So probably I should not. Giving a wrong advice is not a good thing. It's better
Yeah,
not to
I
give
agree.
advice if you can't give a good advice. So.
Okay. Then here is a theory. Okay. So this is a then versus now question. What's your opinion on civil engineering at the time you joined and now? Like if you wanted civil engineering or that's the branch you got for your rank.
Do you want me to answer with respect to myself or with respect to the department, like what I have seen in the department and how has the department changed overall, or just
No,
my
yeah,
perspective?
just your experience, from your perspective.
Okay. So in my first year, yes, I was interested in civil engineering. I wanted to do something in civil engineering. Although it was not my choice, but because I got it through my rank, I still wanted, to uh, be a civil engineer. But in second and third years, there were some courses which, I felt that okay, this might not be a good career choice for me because I was not able to perform well, or I was not able to understand a lot of basic things in civil engineering. I only liked environmental courses, and that's why I did my MTech in environmental engineering. I was not very much, comfortable with structural geotech. I mean, I was doing the courses, I was learning, but I was also not sure whether I'll be able to do well uh, in these subjects
Yeah.
if I take it as a career. So I decided to play safe. I just completed my MTech in environmental engineering, and I started learning data science and coding and everything in that time. So, and finally I switched into data science and analytics field. My placement is in that field now.
Wow.
That's how I have shifted. Initially I was into civil engineering, but later on when you realize that this is not something which you can pursue as career, then you should.
Depends on the person. Depends on you.
Depends on. There are a lot of people who have actually made who actually decided they wanted to be civil engineers. So
Mm-hmm.
it really varies from person to person.
Yeah, I agree. So, if a movie was made of your life, which genre it would be?
It'll be, I think,
Don't say a sports genre.
no, it'll be sports plus comedy plus full on drama. I won't say drama. Yeah, sort of drama also. It will be a drama and comedy, bit of sports as well.
Cool.
Drama and comedy for sure.
Okay. Okay. Then who will be the actress that can pull your character with these present
I love this.
heroines?
I love this. So I would like her to be the actress.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I think she can do any kind of role. So I think she'll fit
Mhm.
in this as well. And I love her.
And you look like Deepika Padukone.
Well, thank you so much. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, okay, here's another question. What's the first word comes to your mind when you are listening to these words? I'll say a few words. Okay, first word, attendance.
100%.
Oh God,
I was gonna
100%.
say 95 maybe, but yeah.
Okay, no comments on that. 95%. Oh God. Like, you ever bunked a class? This is not the question. You ever bunked a class?
No, I have bunked like throughout the 5 years I've stayed at campus or I've been a part of IITM. I think I've bunked a total of 4 or 5 classes.
Okay. Okay, the next word is BSB.
CFS.
Okay, CCD.
After parties.
Good.
We used to go to
Quizzes.
CCD after all the exams. So after parties. Yeah. What was the next word? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Quizzes.
Night outs.
Night outs. Okay, the next one is night out.
Long walks, midnight walks. So,
Cool. Yeah, I wonder that like many people say they do night outs for studying and all, right? Will that work? I get sleep for in the night.
it works for some people. It doesn't work for some people. So I my night out is staying up till 3 for studying and then taking like sleeping for at least 2 to 3 hours before you actually go to exam, because otherwise my brain won't work in the exam. But there are people who actually stay up whole night. They study till 6 or 7, whatever, go to the exam directly, give the exam, come back and then sleep. So it varies from person to person how you define your night out. For me,
Yeah.
it was staying till 3 or max to max 4 and then taking some sleep before you actually go to exam.
I prefer chill night outs. I prefer chill night outs more than study night outs.
Night outs are more common in insti because that happens like throughout the semester. But exam night outs are like just before the exams only. So chill night outs are also very common.
Okay. Interview
That's
is ended. Yeah, that's it. If you want to say anything, the dais is open. You can speak anything out. Your memories or your anything that you want to say. or you can say about this interview also.
I hope it was not boring. I would like to get your feedback whether I was a boring person or was it fun
Yeah,
listening to
super
what you guys
fun. You are a super fun person. Very informative also, to be frank.
hope that information is very much helpful to all the juniors and
Will be.
everybody who might be watching this. Uh, I think I can. So I've been interacting with a lot of juniors as of now because it's placement time and otherwise also.
Mm.
Um, I would just I would just like to tell you know what I've learned from my campus life, and I would like to pass it on so that you guys also even if you face any problem or any similar situation, you can also cope up with that. First thing, uh, don't uh, give up very easily ever in your life. So, having a mental strength is very important. So, one of my seniors, there was a Coco match. Okay, it was Shara versus Sabarmati. Sabar has been, Sabar's Coco team has been the best so far. They have won all the goals. Like I have played Coco for 3 years, and all the 3 years, Sabar was the hostel winning gold because of a few members. And so we were having that match. I was like, okay, we are not winning. I was sort of demotivated. Coco is one of my favorite sports, like next to athletics. So one of my seniors, she came and she started scolding me. Okay, why are you losing right now? We have not lost the match. We are still in the match, and you are already losing hope. And this is not the way. How will you win and all? So I mean, after I got the scolding, actually, this thing got into my head that you cannot give up hope in the middle of a match or in the middle of anything, any activity that you're doing. Fight till the last moment because you never know what will happen at the last moment. And this is very common in athletics. So that's one of my learnings. And I would like to share it with you all so that if you are in a similar situation, don't give up. Give your 100% because you'll eventually get the desired result, depending on how much effort you put. And another thing, second, and I think last thing that I would like to say is you cannot make everybody around you happy.
Mm.
So prioritize uh, things, prioritize people, um, make good friends, and stay with them. Take the first step. If you know, don't be so shy and all. If you have something in your mind, take the first step and keep yourself happy first, so that you can try to keep at least some people or as many people as you can happy around you. Those are the two major things that I learned from my insti life, and I would like to share it with all. And that was all from my side. I hope it was not very boring or emotional, the whole interview. I hope it was
So,
helpful.
yeah, it was so helpful. It will be so helpful for everyone. It was not boring at all. It was fun and interactive, so informative as well. Okay. So yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
inviting me for this interview.
Yeah. Okay. I should thank for that. It's a great time spending with you.
Cool, cool. I hope we'll get more chances. I hope I'll
Yeah.
visit Insti someday.
Mm.
We'll act with all the juniors soon.
Waiting to see you there.
All right then.
Okay
Any
then.
more questions or any more things that I think
And from my side, if you want to say anything, you can.
I think I'm also done. I've shared whatever I wanted to. And
Okay.
yeah, maybe we can close then.
Okay. Yeah. So we can end this. So thank you for this interview. That's a great interview.
No,
And also all the best for your future life, job, and everything. I think
thank you so
it's a great journey to its end for a new era to begin.
much. Right, right. So excited for that. And I hope that you guys also get a chance to visit and see soon, and probably you'll get, at least 2 to 3
Yeah,
years in campus.
yeah,
You're a BTech or dual degree student?
yeah. I'm a BTech student, so yeah.
Cool, cool. probably 3
Maybe.
years,
Hmm.
2.5.
Yeah. Maybe I would change it to dual degree. I should think about that.
That's nice. I think you'll get more clarity, after your third year, whether you should change or not. So I think you should wait till then. Just keep exploring, keep trying, then you'll eventually get the clarity.
Uh, so then we'll stop the recording.
Yep.
Thank you.